Cody Jones with Jangus Genetics LLC. I'm out here in my pasture this morning checking on, got a few fall calvers coming in, and just checking the water tanks, making sure we've got enough grass until we're ready to move them. And got a couple of grass-fed steers here, this one and that one. And I just wanted to talk to you about our program a little bit, what we're doing with these grass-fed beeves. Cows are getting ready to, cows are coming into heat this time of year. After about a month or 2 or 3 after they drop their calves, they're gonna turn a bull back in with them pretty soon, but that's why they're checking for heat there. Anyway, our grass-fed beef program, what we're doing is we're just taking things that we didn't want to turn into breeding stock, and we're bringing them out here. We make it so they can't breed, and turn them out with the cows. And so they're always out. They have plenty of room to exercise. We rotationally graze them, so they're always on fresh grass. I've heard it called the salad bar beef. They always have a fresh bite of something green, something different, something new, full of energy. And in the wintertime, they get some hay and a little bit of alfalfa just to keep the rumen going well. And we're just out here really trying to do it in the best way we know how. My family raises grain, and when I came back to the farm, I decided I was going to focus on livestock. And it takes a lot of machinery, a lot of diesel to grow grain and to put it back out. And so I just kind of decided, you know, why don't we try doing this the way that it's been done the generations before us. And you can see these animals, they have plenty of fat on them. They're in good body condition. They make excellent meat. That's what I've been feeding my family for the last few years. And the quality is great. It's tender, it's juicy. The reason I kind of had a hard time, we've only been butchering in the fall. And the reason is, in the springtime, the grass is really, really lush, and their bodies can't process all the protein coming through. And so I've actually heard that it makes a little bit less quality meat. And since we've been switching to fall calving cattle anyway, it works to make sure we've got plenty of back fat on them to make high quality meat. The grass right now in the fall is just absolutely wonderful. It's getting cold, so everything's putting on fat for the winter, and their energy stores are going there, and it just makes a superior product in my opinion. Not that you can't process them in spring, but it's just not quite the same in my experience. It's harder to get them fat in the spring, and it's too hot in the summer, and in the cold in the winter, in the cold of the winter, they're using that back fat to live off of. So anytime they're taking any kind of stress like that, you know, your meat quality is going to reflect that. So this is what we've been doing, and we've been enjoying it. We're just doing it in nature. We're getting away from all the chemicals and everything that and trying to manage in a way that works. So the rotation and keeping the pastures green and giving them plenty of rest, it all works in nature. Nature is perfect, and the things that we do as farmers is we just try to come in and produce a profitable product that works with it, in my opinion. And really enjoy having these cattle out here together. It just seems like if you get smaller herds or smaller bunches, it's a lot more costly for the labor and the time management, but also these cattle like being in larger bunches, and they don't like to be pinned up real tight necessarily, but they like being out here. They get used to moving on fresh green pasture, and they enjoy, you know, they're herd animals. They enjoy the relationships of being out here with all these other animals. You know, we have little baby calves. This is just a weaned heifer, about a yearling heifer. She'll breed this fall, and we've got mama cows and a little bit of everything in here. So here pretty soon we'll pull these beeves off, and they really just, our goal is for them to just have one bad day, you know, one bad moment. We load them up on a trailer early one morning. We haul them to a local locker, so they're not standing on a truck for a long time without feed and water. And they'll process them that morning, and it's quick and fast. And then you know, they're ready to become a high quality meat product. So if you guys are interested and this sounds like something that you want to support, and want to feed your family a healthy product raised on grass and pasture in a way that I call it regenerative. When I was in college and getting back into this, everybody said sustainable ag. Well, agriculture, it's in many ways it's broken right now, and I think that we need to work to repair that. It's my job as a farmer to come out here and to grow more grass and improve the soil, and the best way that I found to do it is with these little cows right here. So anyway, we also have some sheep, some lambs that we will be ready to process this fall if you're interested in that. But give us a call, and we're, like I said, we want to treat you right, and we're just trying to produce a wonderful meat product for folks who understand what we're trying to do. So my name is Cody, and my number is 573-826-0926. We're selling by the quarters, halves, and wholes, and really that's just from a labor perspective. For me, it's really hard. It takes a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of management to sell out of the freezer, and to find a location and go to a processor farther away under all the government regulations and things that, really it's not any different than what we're doing. We're just being able to sell by different cuts then. And at our size and stuff right now, it's just not working out for us. So we're selling by quarters, halves, and wholes. And that way we get to do it all local. And you do have to have a little bit of freezer space, but if you've never done that before, I'm happy to talk you through it. You get a little bit of all the cuts. That includes roast, steaks, hamburger. You've got a few more options. So one of the things that a lot of people ask me, they say, what kind of, can we have the heart? Can we have the different organ meat? And I think that's very important, especially if you're doing like a paleo diet or a carnivore diet, to get that organ meat. The thing is, these animals only have one heart, and one is so when you buy quarters and halves, you'll have to split that. And a lot of times the other person won't want it, or we can, the processor will work it out. So if you're interested in those things, we could talk about it. But that's probably one of the only things that we really have too many questions about. And we can usually, if you buy a whole, you don't have to worry about it. But on halves and quarters, you're splitting that animal. So anyway, you can get soup bones. There's lots of different options, and the locker will walk you through that. We're dealing with horns this fall in Fulton, and they've been pretty good about being able to walk you through the different cuts, and they've got a cut sheet I can send you a copy of, and that kind of thing. So they're good to deal with. They're a local family too, and all that kind of thing. So we appreciate your interest, and hope we can appreciate your business. And if you have any questions, let me know. We've got these beeves this fall priced at $2,000 a head. We can sell them by the pound if you prefer to do that, but we won't weigh them until they go to the locker. And we try to get you some of these beeves, they're weighing between, I'd say, 800 and 1,000 pounds. Might have one or two that's a little smaller, one or two that's a little bigger, but if something comes out of line there, I'll treat you right and make sure we get you taken care of financially on that side. We're pretty economical there. That usually comes out to be pretty close, less than $7 a pound for your retail cuts. From my experience, the processing has gone up a little bit, and the meat in the store has gone up a little bit too. Everybody's just trying to make a living out here doing this. So anyway, I'm happy to talk you through the process, and I've got some other videos on grass-fed beef, but just a beautiful morning out here. Wanted to share kind of our program. So if you guys have any questions or would like to place an order, give us a call, 573-826-0926. Thanks.